Good afternoon. We start at 4 o'clock with today marking 1 year since someone shot and killed 16-year-old Luis Garcia outside of Denver's East High School. The incident then catapulted Denver school safety into the spotlight.
But while all eyes have been on district policies, Garcia's case remains in limbo. 9 News reporter Delisa Rosari heard from the teen's family, still grieving an unimaginable loss.
Cameras capture a planned news conference.
Today is a sad day.
For a family grieving an unexpected death.
Today commemorates the 1-year anniversary of when Luis Garcia was brutally murdered in front of East High School.
Luis was just 16 years old. He presented a poem against gun violence the day he was shot. The day that defines the rest of them.
Everything changed for us.
Santos Garcia Sr. and the rest of the family still struggle. They lost their soccer player, their happy-go-lucky teenager. And what's worse, they don't know who did it.
A year ago, when I speak with the police department, they say we have a 97 point something, and we know who is the person that make it that bad thing. I don't want to see that kind of people in the street, you know.
But Garcia's family attorney has hope that may soon change.
I have been informed that a case has been presented to the Denver District Attorney's Office for its consideration.
The Denver Police Department says they have made significant progress, and while they have consulted with the Denver DA's office, they have not formally filed the case. So while that case status remains the same, some things at East have changed. A police car now sits in front of the school, close to where Luis was shot. A bittersweet sight for a family trying to understand a loss they could have never predicted.
Well, why they do that after everything happened, you know, like if they have that car, those guys right there, you know, like police department right there, my son is still alive.
Last May, the Garcia family attorney said a notice of claim was sent to DPS informing them of their intention to file a wrongful death lawsuit in Luis's death. Their attorney says that they have not filed that lawsuit because they don't want to do anything that could potentially jeopardize a criminal investigation or any prosecution. Kim?
As you pointed out, things have changed. We've really focused on policies. All the while, this family waits for answers and they grieve.
Right. I mean, when's the last time we've gotten an update on this criminal case, right? There's so many answers people have. Are these individuals still out? Are they in custody? All things we're hoping to learn in the future.
I look at Luis's brother, and he was the one that was always the one that was willing to come out and talk to reporters in those initial days and weeks, but that's just so hard to go through.
Yeah, absolutely difficult for anyone.
Thank you, Jaleesa.
As it stands, a jury continues deliberations as to what should happen to a former Greenwood Village police officer who killed a 17-year-old. Lawyers had wrapped up their case against Adam Holland on Friday. The jury returned to deliberate this morning. Holland is accused of killing Peyton Blitzstein the night before Thanksgiving of 2021. An argument over careless driving in an Aurora neighborhood led up to the shooting. Now the jury has to decide if Holland shot Blitzstein in self-defense or if he was the aggressor. Of course, we'll keep an eye out for the verdict in this case. You can stay up to date by downloading the 9 News app. Of course, once that verdict comes in, we'll be updating you both on air and online.
Hard to believe we're halfway through February, and while the East Coast is getting hammered with some snow right now, we are enjoying sunshine and 50s. We've had our snow, but right now, let's soak this in.
Yeah.
Kathy.
It's my early Valentine's Day present to you.
It's a good one.
Thank you. Well done.
It is a good one. You guys know what else I figured out today?
What's that?
Well, when I woke up early today, I thought, how nice. It's getting lighter in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's a little lighter in the evening. It's been nice, right?
We're liking it.
Daylight saving time is March 10th. You know what that means?
Good.
It gets darker in the morning and lighter at night. You like it?
A month to go, yeah.
Do you like that?
I like the light at night.
No, I like it lighter in the morning. It's helpful.
I like both.
You're just so
It depends
easy.
if you're a morning person.
That's true. Or if you're forced into being a morning person like me.
Right.
We'll put it on the calendar, March 10th, daylight saving time. In the meantime, we have a beautiful February day in Denver and across Colorado with temperatures running above average, blue skies, light winds, and good travel weather. Look at the high country. We're going to start to see the snow fly up there tomorrow, but it's a forecast to love for Denver. As a matter of fact, temperatures will be as warm as the current readings now, if not warmer, for Valentine's Day. And the average high this time of year is actually in the mid-40s. So these comfortable numbers, something that we can look forward to for another day or two. Even as the winds ramp up, they haven't been much of an issue, even over some of the higher passes. That south to southwest flow has helped to bring those numbers up above average. We're seeing some high and mid-level clouds coming in, but all the moisture stays north of us, with the exception of the nor'easter bringing heavy wind and snow from Chicago to Washington, New York, and Boston, following the jet stream and pulling in that cold air from the northeast, while we're enjoying a nice little ridge of high pressure that will come in over the next couple of days. But things will be changing again by the time we get into Friday and Saturday, as has been the trend. Mountain snow Thursday, and then there's the chance for a little snow in Denver on Friday. In the next 24 hours, we've got a few clouds coming in and maybe a foothill snow shower around Winter Park or Netherland. Temperatures will drop into the 40s by about 7 o'clock tonight. And coming up in Maine weather, another mild, calm evening, a warm, dry start to the week. But yep, snow still in the forecast for Denver on Friday. I'll have the details in just a bit.
Today, hundreds of flight attendants from multiple airlines were picketing outside of DIA, and it was part of a worldwide demonstration going on at 30 different airports. The group in Denver consisted of flight attendants from multiple airlines and other labor groups. This is the first time they're protesting in unison. Flight attendants advocating for better pay and better working conditions. They say that will better help them keep airline passengers safe. Valentine's Day is coming up, and getting a ride share or a food delivery might be difficult for many tomorrow. That's because thousands of drivers across the country are expected to be on strike.
So not just because they're busy, on those days, workers are asking for better pay and working conditions. Drivers groups say they'll picket outside airports and Uber offices. The drivers have accused the companies of taking a high percentage of commissions. The strike comes about a week after Lyft said it would pay the difference if drivers made less than 70% of what riders pay after fees each week. You always need them. Phone charging cables. And when you don't have one, you kind of get the shakes. They can be a lifeline when you're on the go a lot. And we've all picked up a cheap one at the gas station when we were kind of desperate.
But they seem to only last for a few months and then die. And 9 News consumer investigator Steve Steger has more for you on the best cables for you to get your hands on.
They're like gold, the one item we need nearly every day. Phone charging cables. Our partners at Consumer Reports looked at low-price, off-brand cables sold at retailers like Amazon, Five Below, and Walmart to see how well they stack up against cords sold by Apple and Samsung. 7 cords ranging from $4 to $29.
We found the best of the bunch could last more than 6 years, while the worst may not even make it 6 months.
CR's experts estimate that we all bend or twist our charging cords in some way about 5 times a day. Using that number, they calculated how many bends and twists each cable would have to endure to last a year and a half. How did they do that? First, using a motorized rig, they repeatedly bent one end of each cord into a 90-degree angle until it stopped working. In the second test, the rig twisted each cord more than 2,500 times.
All the cords passed the twist test, but only 2 passed the bend test.
The cords that did well lasted fewer than 800 bends. The Bitech USB-C cord from Five Below died before 710 bends, while lightning cords from Amazon Basics and Walmart's On brand both stopped working before 796 bends. Walmart's On USB-C cord did better, hanging on for close to 1,656 bends. Those that did the best were Apple's Lightning cord for iPhones 5 through 14 and the Amazon Basics USB-C cord for the iPhone 15, Android phones, laptops, and tablets. Both survived 11,500 bends, which means they could last you more than 6 years.
The bottom line here, you can't always rely on brand or price or something like thickness when choosing a charging cord.
And if you're not sure what to do with the old cords, Best Buy says on its website it accepts them as part of its recycling program. And remember, the more you bend and twist or bend and snap these cords, the more likely they are to fail. So try to wrap them up loosely. And if you have a consumer problem, send me an email. The address right there on your screen. I'm Steve Steger, Steve on your side, 9 News.
And remember where you put that cable. That's what I forget. Steve, pitchers and catchers report for the Rockies at the end of the week, signaling the unofficial start of spring because spring-like weather at Coors Field this afternoon makes us think about the guys down in Arizona in the Cacti lead, right? The big baseball news, though, from the Rocks today really has everything to do with the departure of a fan favorite from the broadcast booth. Nothing to do with the players.
Yeah, announced today that Jenny Cavnar was leaving the Rockies to become the lead play-by-play announcer for the Oakland A's. Jenny will once again break another barrier, becoming the first female primary play-by-play voice in Major League Baseball history. She actually started her broadcast career here at 9 News as an intern. She graduated from CSU and has spent the last 12 years as part of the Rockies broadcast team. There she is today on X, formerly Twitter, saying she's excited for the next chapter. Can you blame her?
She has earned that. She's earned the respect and really works hard, and good for her. It's so wonderful.
Well, she has so many fans, not only from baseball, but from the way she's always carried herself inside journalism, inside of sports, and inside of sportscasting. So Jenny's got a lot of fans. Everyone's hoping for the best for her, and off she goes into a new frontier. And she always talks about the girls that will come behind her.
Yeah.
So good luck to the other broadcasters who want to do play-by-play as well.
Yeah, and she's a mom. I mean, she's done it all. She really has accomplished it. So good. We can't wait. We'll follow her, of course.
It's the biggest thing the A's have done since Moneyball.
That is getting Jenny.
Getting
it's a
Jenny.
Big deal.
Nice job.
Big deal. Jenny's not the only broadcaster making some news in Colorado these days. Former 9 News meteorologist Mike Nelson announced that he's hanging up his clicker at the end of this year. He's been working across the street at Channel 7 for 20 years. Some of us remember Mike when he first came to Denver in 1991. He was here at 9 News. His tornado dance helped teach thousands of kids about weather and climate. And geez, he lived for those big storms.
Well, Mike's always, you think,
made him more excited.
But all the television meteorologists that we've seen who care so much about it, because it's a fun job, except it's a serious job at times. And when it comes times for a tornado or a serious snow event or things that are going to change people's lives, we turn to these people. People like Kathy, people like Mike who've been here for a while, who understand the market. Ed Green in the morning.
And how unique Colorado weather is, because it's not like predicting the weather in other places.
No.
So
the tornado dance, Mike says, has slowed down a little bit.
Hey, all of our dances have slowed down a little bit, haven't they?
we wish Mike the very best. It's funny, I was laughing. I started thinking about it. He got here in 1991.
Uh-huh.
I'd been here almost 10 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's not hanging up.
My tornado dance isn't happening at all.
Did you ever do a tornado dance?
No, but mine would have slowed down to a complete stop if I had.